clocks are ticking through the night. Moji's got that golden sight, making profits left and right. Candlesticks, the dance we know, green and red like disco flow. Trading all day, don't let go, cash that wave and let it show. Success is calling, don't be late. With Moji we calibrate. Stack that cash like we've got faith. In the market we'll create. Buy low, sell high, that's the creed. Day by day we feel the need. Victory is guaranteed when you follow Moji's lead.
Good morning, traders. Welcome to the stream. This is my personal day one of trading with full purpose and clarity. I'm Mo. You guys know me as Mo G. A full-time dad of triplets, daughters, a martial artist, and a futures trader. So you can see by the pictures behind me, those are the three most important items in my life. You got my daughters here, you got my martial arts over there, and I got trading. This stream isn't just about P&L for me. It's about discipline. It's really about discipline. Everything I do is all based around discipline. Also, legacy and showing up every day, even though it's hard. I recently did a nice little background. I just did a nice workshop over the weekend. It really helped me clarify why I'm doing all this and everything like that. So I'm here to share it with all of you. I'm building a life where my honesty, my structure, and even my failures are becoming the foundations, not only for me, but for my daughters, so they could stand on, so I could pass that off to them. So this way I can help them with whatever they want to do in the future. And that's basically why I'm here. This is why I show up every day. This is why I'm on the charts every day. This is why I show these indicators every day, because it's about discipline. Discipline in everything, and this is the story of why I'm here every single day. And every day I'm going to remind you of my purpose, why I'm here, because I think it's a great way to start off the show. Now, without further ado, let's go into why we're here today for the trading plan. So you can see here, I have my game plan for the day. This is how I look at my game plan. I'm going to share it with you. First thing is, what I do is when I look at the game plan is I make these the night before. So about 9-ish o'clock, 9:30, depending on what time everybody's in bed, I make this plan. The green line here is my I long on stall or short on a break. It just gives me an idea of context if I want a long or short. The red line there is the opposite. I short on stall if price is coming up to it. It doesn't pass it, I'm looking for a short. If it passes it and retest, I can look for a long. You can see last night this played out very well. I made this at around 9 o'clock. So 9 o'clock, the price absolutely dumped over 200 some odd points. So this is the game plan. I make it every night. If you want to learn how to make game plans like this and what my setups and everything, click at the link in the bio, fill out the form. Let's get it started. There's a promo code for indicators and all that great stuff. So looking at this, let me switch over to my trigger chart, and I'm going to quickly give you my my bias for the morning session. Let me just turn on a couple more things here. All right. So right now, presently, I would be looking bearish. I would want to see if how New York reacts to that 200 level I have. It's anywhere between where it is now to 240 ish, 225. If we fail to get above that 225 area, I'll be looking to take a short right away. If we do break above it, then that flips my bias to where I would look for short term longs at my key levels, and then looking for my A plus setup. So the rule today is no setup, no trade. I protect my capital. So that's my rule for today. If I don't have a setup, I don't put in a trade, and I protect my capital. So let's look at this chart here. So what am I seeing? What am I seeing here? So price right now on the 4-hour forecaster, which is this indicator here, is it's going to the expensive section. However, the TPOs are yellow. That's the bars you see on top. My probability oscillator is bullish, so keep an eye on that, and you can see what volume is. And then my setup would be, actually, to be honest, that would have been a good long setup for me if I was trading. But however, because I see a yellow TPO, I do not like to enter on them. I get chopped out like crazy. In fact, that happened to me on Friday. I got chopped out like crazy. I had a horrible day. It wasn't on the live. It was off stream, and I was totally undisciplined. Took stupid trades, and I paid the price. The worst part about it is when I trade like that, I have to be open and honest. So, it's hard when you tell your kids that, if dad doesn't stay disciplined, we lose money. And one of my daughters actually said, she was like, Dad, does that mean you get fired when you lose money? And I was like, well, I don't get fired, but it does hurt us and, the family. So that's a lesson I try to instill in them. Remember, they're young, right? So they're not really going to understand the whole, oh my God, this is what you got to do. No. But over time, like with anything, you want to get good at it over time. The more I explain to them what's happening, what's going on, one, it keeps me accountable to stay disciplined. So for all of your traders out there, you need an accountability partner. So this way you can say, you know what, I'm disciplined. You don't hide it. You don't run away from it. Secondly, if you are in my situation where you do have a family, or a wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, whatever, you talk to them and you be honest with them, because it keeps you accountable, and then that'll work on your discipline. And as we know, discipline is the name of the game here. It totally makes you get those big, huge wins. And if you take a loss, you gotta own it. If I take a win, I gotta own it. Either way, we try to stay as even as possible. All right, so we got 1 minute to open. Let's get this ready to roll, and then we will see. We are open. Now let's get our trading music up and get ready to trade. So the way I have this set up, there's also, nice, look at that. Price just kicked off right in the beginning. The way I have this set up is there's going to be news right above me here. So if there's anything important coming out that pertains to us trading wise or anything that usually causes volatility in the market, which is over here, I will put on sound so you can hear it. So this way we can break it down and see what the sentiment is after and what kind of trades maybe we could take advantage of with the TWA indicators. What are we feeling like today? Let's get a little calming music on. Ooh, what a lift off. What a lift off. Right, ATR is at, wow, hold on a second. I have to, 1 minute. ATR is at 11. All right, so if you're on the stream, don't forget, please drop a like, share with other traders if you want, let's be nice to each other. If these indicators or looking at this stream has helped you, share it with somebody else. Let's have it help them as well. All right, so the yellow TPOs normally means chop. So we have a choppy morning. I want to compare this to the game plan I showed earlier. All right, so we did go above that 225 mark, which is great. That means, like I said, that switches my bias to bullish because we are above my long on stall level. And now I just wanted to come back down and give me a good opportunity to get in. Let's see if there's anything here. There's no setups just yet for me. Trying to stay focused on my my rule. Thank you, John. Yep. Same to you. Same to you. Yeah, I do. I feel when I have a day like I did Friday, which is everybody's had those bummer days, right? Whatever. What I've learned is I gotta treat red days same thing as green days. I gotta let it roll off. It's hard. It sucks. It absolutely sucks. But this is what I did. This is how I use everything that happens to me as a lesson, right? So I go, all right, you know what? Yeah, it sucks. It hurts, and you feel like crap. Allow yourself to feel that way, but then you have to do something that I tell my girls in this way that makes you happy, that makes you smile. Sometimes it could be as simple as going for a walk with your dog or sitting outside. If it's a sunny day, you sit outside in the sun, get some sun on your face just to start feeling better. You gotta do something. And same thing when you have a great green day, right? You gotta do something to get that joyful bliss energy out. Meaning, so go for a walk, do something. Oh, look, we just gotta switch to a green TPO. Where are we? We are there. Let's see. No setup yet. No setup yet. No setup yet for me. The setup was actually when I was talking just before open, when you see where it went from when it crossed the probability oscillator, but I just wasn't ready to trade yet. But I am very bullish right now because we had such a downturn overnight, and that usually means New York wants to buy up what's on sale, usually. I mean, we could reach, we can go up to the 500s if we really wanted to. Let's see if we can get above 270. If we can get above 270, the next target would be the 380s. So that's about a 100-point trade. Now let's see if the entry setup will appear in time. So hope everybody had a great weekend. Let's see if we can catch some nice trades today. An ideal setup right now would be price to come back to that green money zone, and then basically what you see here. it would come back to the green money zone. You would have a red surge, then it would turn green, the border green, then you have another cross of the middle of the probability oscillator with a nice Gabby button, and bang. Let's take that to the bank. No, it was a significant day. It was $1,000 loss day, and that's the only reason was because I was not disciplined. I'm not ashamed to say it. It was one of those days where you're like, what was you doing? And the culprit was sizing. That's always it. For me, it's always that. I didn't look for my A+ setups or sizing. Those are my two fatal flaws that I need to conquer so I can be even more consistent. And unfortunately, there's no indicator or anything out there that helps with that. That's all you. It's all me. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. That's why I enjoy this so much. Like that's why I do like everything I do. It's impossible not to have a bad day or fail at something. It's impossible. When I teach and do martial arts, right? And you're not sharp every day. You don't feel your best every day. You get beat, right? Even as when parenting, I don't know. Sometimes you don't know what the hell you're doing. You do your best, and then you realize, you know what? Could have done a little better there. Same thing in trading. So it's like all three facets. Even just everyday life, it's all the same. Do your best you can, recover, and continue forward. Let's see, we got anything good happening here? We're very bullish right now. Like we're just on a bullish trajectory, so let's see if it okay. Let's see. So far, no entries yet. No entries, no nothing. Wait for a nice pullback. That would be sweet. Now, what if there is no pullback? Then you just gotta wait for your next level. But this is more like is this a breakout? Yeah. So if you see on the screen here, you see that X, like that's a breakout X sign, and you see the there's like a red arrow underneath it that says FO. That's a fake out. Another good setup is when you see that, look for a long, because you tend to get a nice a nice amount of points off of that. I know there's someone in the group that when he took the mentorship and everything, once he figured out something with that, that's all he trades. He just waits for that. And they come maybe once, twice a day. There you go. I like the bull stepping in. He needs some bullish action. Let's see. We're getting close to that 375 mark. I think that'll be where the first area where we see the pullback starting. Just a guess. Educated guess, but guess. Ooh, okay, this is on the trigger candle. We had a split second of a short setup, but with the TPOs green, I like to see that because that means price hopefully will be pushing down a bit so we can possibly enter the long. Let's see, we have present price action. If you can see on the TWA dashboard that's in the top right corner, if you look at the bottom two, that's present price action and session control. It kind of gives you an idea of direction presently, like real time. So we have that. However, we are expensive at the moment. Getting to the really expensive part. So that, I interpret that as, okay, even if there's a good setup for a long, and we're in by this teal area, unless there's some major news coming that changes the participation of volatility of the market, most likely we can possibly get into this box and either stay in the box until a new 4 hour, which is new context, or we get a sharper push down until the price is considered fair or cheap to the bulls, and then we get that other leg up. So let's break that down into a simple rule. If you're gonna long here, I wouldn't, but if you did, if you're like me and learned your lesson, you would minimize risk. Yeah, so I have 1, 2. I have to wait till that switches. So short term, I have bullish statements. Long term, I have bearish statements. But everything I'm seeing right now is pretty bullish. Let's see what we have for news today. Eating some tariffs, right? while I'm waiting for this, like with this new sense of clarity, I have a I have the beginning of a good game plan uh, that I would like to use trading for. Now, let me know out there, if anybody, how like you've heard, you know, real estate builds wealth and everything, which I believe in. I am a realtor. That's one of my hustles too, because I've seen it. I've seen it firsthand where I've helped people buy homes, and like the equity that they get, especially since COVID, has been like astronomical, and so yes, that is one way. But I would like to know if anybody out there, one, if you are a landlord, that would be cool. Drop a like. But two, would you want to be one? I still struggle with this. I struggle with this a lot because I'm not sure if I want to be a landlord or just invest in like REITs and things like that, where I get the dividends, but I don't have to be the landlord. Oh, there we go. There's another push. We are extremely bullish. Extremely bullish. There's no hesitation right now. We shot up right at open. We broke past 2 areas already. We're going for where we started back in during the beginning of Tokyo and Sydney. And then the next piece would be, okay, so we're back inside Friday New York session. That's bullish. All bullish signs. All extremely bullish signs. You see how the probability oscillator is just pinned to the top? A lot of stuff must have been on sale because they're buying it all up. Let's see. I want to see if there's any news. Any news? Let's go here. Okay. There will be a readout after. Okay, so looks like the president has a meeting today. We have a Russia meeting today, and then we had 2 Fed speakers around between 8:30, 8:45. Here we go, 10 a.m. Trump speaks to Putin on a phone call. Okay, that's going to be interesting. That's about 10 minutes from now. Very interesting. rates yet. All right, so while we wait, let me just pop on the news. Let's hear what's going on there. Okay, so you can see what I was talking about with that teal box in the 4 hour, how it kind of stalls out there, which is perfectly normal. You see it now that the surge, you're gonna have some weakness now, bullish weakness. Doesn't necessarily mean we're gonna have a bearish day. I'm just saying that we can look for that pullback, see if it wants to go past that 280 area, which is a long way down. Let's see if it's going to get drawn back there or stay above. So the first mark would be around the 335. Can it stay above there? Next mark would be the range between 280 and 270. And then the next one would be in the 250s to 240s. And then, yeah, about between 240s and 230s. So that'll be interesting to see. We have 3 minutes till the new 4 hour. Okay, so
DraftKings hit a milestone in the second quarter of 2024. For the first time as a public company, it turned a profit. Is this a new era for DraftKings?
There's an inflection from when you're cash flow negative and you're operating off of equity raises from the past to when you're self-funded and you're cash flow positive and able to control your destiny a lot more.
You've had your first quarters of profitability now. Does that take pressure off? Does it increase pressure?
I think it increases pressure. I mean, once you start making profits, people expect you to make more, and all of a sudden you're valued on a multiple of those profits as opposed to the theoretical what could be. So, very important, I think.
When you're cash flow negative, you've sold a vision of what the company should be working on and you're very focused on working on that and delivering against that. When you've pivoted to profitability, the world of what you can work on is a little bit open and there's a lot of different ideas and it requires more focus than ever to make sure that you are prioritizing on the most important things that are going to deliver the most value.
DraftKings' solid standing in a booming sector gives them the luxury to play the long game. They're not under pressure to cut costs.
You have really strong revenue growth. You don't need that. If you look at where we are today and where we want to be and where we believe we will be, the vast majority of the incremental EBITDA is not coming from any cost reduction. It's coming from increased revenue.
We don't feel like we need to cut costs because we're growing our revenue so much. We want to grow our revenue into our existing cost structure. And there's no need to reduce the costs as long as we're being efficient with what we allow our cost growth to look like.
Bloomberg brings you breaking news 24 hours a day. Powered by more than 3,000 journalists and analysts in more than 100 bureaus across the globe. Bloomberg Television. Context changes everything. Earnings season is here.
I know it's like your Super Bowl, right?
Can't wait. It's like opening presents in a moment.
It will be exciting.
Nobody covers earnings like Bloomberg.
ooh, we got some new 4 hour just kicked up. All right, let's see if anything changes.
I'm Vicky Barker. Get me Vladimir. President Trump set to hold telephone talks with Russian President Putin shortly, trying to secure a ceasefire in Ukraine after last week's unproductive talks. CBS's Natalie Grant.
The president indicating that he wanted to meet with the Russian president as soon as the two sides could make that possible logistically. We also know that the Vatican could be one potential location, the Holy See noting that it wants to help advance peace talks, end this war.
Pope Leo XIV has met Vice President J.D. Vance and Secretary of State Marco Rubio at the Vatican. Two U.S. officials also met with Ukraine's President Zelensky. All three in Rome for the Pope's elevation yesterday. Russia, meanwhile, just outlawed one of the world's most respected human rights organizations.
Russian authorities have labeled Amnesty International an undesirable organization and outlawed the human rights group. This means Amnesty must stop any work in Russia. Anyone involved with it is open to
Okay.
charges. This is seen as the latest in the Kremlin's crackdown on critics, journalists, and activists.
CBS's Elaine Cobb in Paris. Former President Joe Biden has posted a message on X thanking well-wishers following his diagnosis of advanced aggressive prostate cancer, which has spread to his bones. Prostate cancer surgeon
I think his prognosis is really going to be dependent on the genetics of the tumor. And 82, he's not in poor health. But obviously, the therapies would have more effect on the hypertension.
After a late-night vote in the House Budget Committee, President Trump's so-called Big Beautiful Budget Bill is finally
Ooh,
out
we are
for
running.
the House.
we are running.
By this week. The question though is how much more negotiating he'll have to do with these members who still are a bit wary about the bill as it stands.
After this weekend's deadly tornadoes in Kentucky and Missouri, the nation's midsection is braced for more destructive storms.
Dallas, Oklahoma City first, and then Tulsa, Little Rock, especially. Everything's upscaling later on this afternoon to dangerous clusters right around nightfall, and then refiring tomorrow. Memphis to unfortunately Western Kentucky.
CBS News meteorologist Rob Marciano in Fremont, Ohio.
What started off as what we believe was a daily fishing trip from a family from Fort Wayne, Indiana.
All right, so far no entries yet. They're very bullish. If we can come back down to that orange line, the 4-hour close, I need something just to help me jump on this train, because we are so super bullish. We're getting real close to my short on stall level, so that means I would be open to taking a short-term short 20 to 50 points if the setup revealed itself, knowing that it would be not long, the runner wouldn't run that long, because so far everything I see statement wise is still pretty bullish. Let's see, and let's see if anything else changes. All right, I'm seeing if we can get either a short entry so I can pick up a couple points and just wait for the long entry that I want. I have a TP, since this would be a short entry, my TP1 would be at 7.25 today, because I don't see price pushing that strongly down to get to like a 10 or 20 point TP1. Then I have my runner at 50 points. See how much I can get from it. Just waiting for a setup now. Let's see if the bulls let up at all. Ooh, look at that spike. All right, so they want to take it. They want to take everything. That's what that says. All right, I just took a risk-free long here just because it just busted right through that my level there. I'm already risk freak. I told you it's only a 7 point, right? Because I'm playing it very conservatively because it was not. I only put 3 micros on the table. 2 are off the table now. I got 1 running. Yep, at break even right now. So there you go. That's how I scalp, just an in and out scalp. Based off of based off the scalp, you see these dots up here. Once they clicked off, we popped, and then once I saw this get back to green, I was like, let me take a stab at it. Not an A+ setup, but just to get an itch out, get a couple points, low amount of contracts, low points. I was only looking for 7. You know, I've done. That's how I build myself back up from a day like I had, where I look for my TP1s. Am I hitting my TP1s? Yes. Okay. So now let me go. Then I can go back to like trying to stretch things out. Let's see, is anything happening on the news front? Index, phone call. Nothing much on the news front here. Looks like there might be a short coming up soon. They've proved it against. Everything's green, so. Ooh, that's nice.
Well, they're talking about what everybody's talking about, and that is what is the president going to do and how is he going to do it and how long is it going to take. Nobody knows what's going on with the tariffs, and so the question becomes, when do we find out? And until that point, you're living with uncertainty, and there isn't much that you can do about it. That's the basic philosophy here, feeling here. Both Fed officials and the president were attending this conference in Washington. So they're looking at other issues right now. There's a discussion of private credit going on, but not at this point, not monetary policy, because there's just no way to go.
And Mike, it seems like for the Fed official, you're really beholden to, Washington, D.C. to maybe a bigger extent than maybe you're comfortable with. I mean, it's the president's prerogative with the tariffs. It's Congress that needs to pass legislation on the budget front. So almost like Fed officials are kind of have to wait and see like the rest of us.
Well, their attitude has always been, and they're re-emphasizing this these days, that they don't worry about what fiscal policy is going to be, because they can't do anything about it, and it's not their way. They react to what it is. They take it as a given, and then they look at what the impact is on the economy and how their monetary policy mandates can address it. So
All right. That's enough. That's enough news right now. All right. So again, welcome to the stream. If you're new, if you're tuning in, if you're just tuning in, don't forget to subscribe. Drop a comment. Just let me know that you're here watching. I trade live Mondays through Thursdays, showing what I try to show my daughters what real discipline is, what it looks like. All these trades are powered by TWA indicators and fueled by my vision to build not only wealth, but build it the right way, brick by brick. So let's see if we have any opportunities here to start that build again. It's a really boring news day. This was a very bullish day. It started right from the open, and it just took off from there. I did not enter there. I did take a scalp here and there just because it's so bullish. It's one of those days you can just take a couple scalps here and there. Not now, we're at the high now, just so it just came down a bit, almost back to the 400. So that was that stall. However, I did not have a setup. Let me see if the pullback showed anything maybe that I missed. No, not really. Pullback indicator hasn't really shown anything that's really like juicy like that, so. Okay, here's an X. If we get a fake out, then I'll be looking to go in short. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see, I see it, let's see it. Let's see if we get that fake out for the short. TWA called it though. TPOs, the probability oscillator, has called this entire long. From the open. Over 200 some odd points. Now let's see if it wants to continue or push down first. ATR is only 10. Okay, all right. So they're mixed. That's unfortunate. That means everything's going to switch soon. So let me put this on. Okay, here's a short opportunity. It's gonna be real quick. See if I can scalp this. Nope, the signal went away. Signal went away. Thought that was a little short scalp opportunity, but went away. No, we are super bullish today. Alright, I'm taking a short scalp here. See if I can get 7 points. See if I can get it. Come on, come on. Alright, 7 points off the table. Got one runner in. There you go. See, there's a fake out sign I was looking for. Let's see if this wants to get back to the 400s or not. Okay, so let's see if this will run. Let's see if this is, maybe this is the pullback, and I'll just play this retracement from this giant bullish push we have. Pick up some points. Can we get to the 350s? Is there anything in the way? We got to pass 400. If we pass 400, then it's the 360s is the next sticking point. Okay, we got a sell sign. Let's see if this is enough. We got a cross on the probability oscillator. However, everything's green, so it's going to be a little crazy. See how much of this short I can actually take. And that's 25 points. We have a money zone here, so just be careful. You know, price could shoot up, so make sure your stops are moving accordingly. Right, we've tapped the 30-point mark. Let's see how much more we got left. Okay, we're getting close. We're at the 45, almost the 50-point mark. Let's see if we can get there. Let's see. We'll push. This is a little tough here because we have a money zone here. We have exhausted sell volume, so see if they want to step in here. Looks like bulls are stepping in here, right at the money zone. Still hovering at the 20 point for this trade. Okay, I see the probability oscillator already starting to turn. This is against the trend trade, so I'm gonna have a very quick trigger finger to get out. Okay, IVD background starting to show weakness. So let's see. Still in this money zone, so you just got to be careful here if you're in the short. Okay, let's see. All right. If we can get past that 380 area, then we're out of the zone for my game plan. But that money zone's still there, still strong. So let's see if the bulls are gonna hold this area, or are they gonna allow the price to come down a bit. Okay, so short term right now we see the reversal. So let's see how we're catching the reversal on the dashboard. It's pretty bearish. Let's see. This is a sticking point here, so if we can break below this sticking point, I think we could flip that money zone. Okay, we got a bullish dot trigger chart. Let me just see if that'll stay. His IVD showing bullish weakness right now, but we're right in a bullish money zone. So let's see if they want to buy that up. Or if the bears can push through it. IVD is turning red. Let's see if it stays that way. TPOs are still green, so like this is still not a high probability that it can go further than these like 30 points. Starting to turn back to the bullish side. Yep, there it goes. There's a little pop to the bullish side. Surge is running out. 20 points. Let's see. Okay, I'm out of this trade at 20 points. And that's how you trade against the trend. I knew that it wasn't going to be a long runner, so I took, see, this is actually a good entry for a long right here. And I don't mind switching because the shorts, probability wise, the shorts are not in favor. Especially because that money zone's there and we didn't even get close to breaking it. We got a Gabby button, a buy button. Is that gonna stay? Okay, let's see. It's 10:36. So far, I've taken two trades. I did one scalping trade long and one scalping trade short because I could not get onto the trend at a right spot that I didn't have any setups to. So, the short one I did. The short I had a good setup for. But we are stuck right by this money zone here, which is right by the level of my game plan. Which, since the way that we're coming towards the level, would be considered a stall. So that means a long is on the table here for me. But present, let's see, we got bullish, reversal, bullish, trend, bullish. Okay, yeah. So this would be a good area for me to enter in a long here. Let's see if I can get 7 points on this little. My timing's off just a bit. Yep, I did it. All right. Okay. Might be a little too early, but we'll see. I'm risk-free. Everything changed to a long, so I'm going to see if I can get a long trade out of this one. Let's see if this could be a long trade. I don't know if it'll happen by 11, but let's see if this could be a long trade today. If we can just chop up chopping up and up to the 520s. Is that possible? Let me see. Let me see on the 4-hour forecast. 35. Yeah, it's possible. Definitely possible to get up there. Timing was off though, so I got taken out at break even, but I would enter again. I just have to just wait a little bit, but let it come down a peg or two. Maybe come down to more of the middle or the end of the money zone. Allow it to settle and then enter. Because that's what, 345. Or a 4. Yeah. Where are these? Hey, DC. So, yep, 200 points done for today. Congratulations. Yep. DC probably longed. I was looking long. I did take the short scout because, to be honest with you, I saw the setup and I was bored. But knowing that it wasn't going to run, I'm actually looking for a better long opportunity. Because if I look at it based off of my game plan, right, it went from my green line, which is the short on stall level, it shot up 200 some odd points. I missed that. Okay. Then it came back to my the red line, which is around the 400 area, and that's an area where if it stalled, and it did, right after I took the short, it stalled on it, I got out, and now I'm looking for a long entry. Now, I don't believe it'll shoot up like it did earlier in the day because it had a huge move and ATR is going down, so volatility is going down, and we're getting towards 11 o'clock, so you can see it like kind of teetering here as of right now. Let's see if it is ready. Okay, let's see if this one was actually going to run a little bit. Actually, let me bring this down to here. Oh, take me out. Dip. Why? All right, so let me just see what's happening on the news right now. I took this short scalp. Yeah, I've been scalping shorts left and right. I'm waiting for that long entry, which is coming. Would really love to see my setup to develop. And I would like to keep that long, you know. But, The only thing I don't like is that breakout fake out line. So we're hovering. We haven't broken that zone that I have at the 400s. This is kind of where we're going to be chopping around, I think. We're going to be chopping around. See if we get a long entry just before the end of stream. Let's see. Any evidence lines like with me? Okay, that one is. This one is. This one is. Okay, I'm going in. All right. Well, I tried, but it's not meant to be. Okay, it looks like we're trying to break below that level. Interesting. All right, so let's do a little recap. Let's wrap this stream up for today. It's getting towards 11 o'clock. All right, so for a little post-trading day, I caught a scalp here. Let me get my marker out. Caught a scalp here. Another scalp here. And I took a long scalp here. So out of those three, I like this one. I like this one. This one, no. So I scalped 20 points here, 20 points there. And about 10 points here. So I am good for the day. Right now, I think we're going to be dancing around this area, around the 400s. I think we'll be dancing around here. I have a zone here between 420 and 380. That's exactly where we are right now. If we were to break down, I think we could break down all the way to the 300s. If we stall here, I think we could break up to the 500s. So that is the trade breakdown for today. I just want to say thank you so much for everybody for being on the stream today. I know you clicking on, clicking off. I know everybody's busy, but I appreciate everybody being here. Again, this is a new day for me personally. This is like a breakthrough day for me, where I have more clarity and purpose on why I trade, centered around discipline and about growth. So just remember, thanks for joining me for day one on this new trading journey of mine. This isn't about quick gains. It's about steady growth, learning from your mistakes, and pushing forward. See you tomorrow at the same time, same mindset, and everyone, you have a great day.